local idiot loser. I ate the oni. Fun. Haha. Hello. I don't have anything to offer, I'm just here. It's me. Hey, Crib. It's just me. But what's that one Undertale quote or whatever? Despite everything, it's still you. Except there's no despite everything. There's nothing that would stop me from being me, I suppose. But it's me. I'm terrible at keeping in contact, and also I humiliate myself all the time. I still cringe a little on Twitter. I got so freaked out that I just stopped liking things on Twitter. It me, I'll stop Belle from being Bella. Okay, goodbye. I'll go delete all my accounts. So long. Not that it would make that much of a difference. What about the Guardian? I liked the style. I don't like NTR. I liked this, and it wasn't cock art. I liked the style. I wanted to bookmark the artist, essentially. Maybe I should get used to using bookmarks instead of likes. It's just, what's the point of having a difference if likes are private anyway? That's my thoughts. As Zeppelins. We enjoyed the Yuri, it's the Yuri girl, whatever. You're just jealous because... well... because, while you guys go without the touch of a woman, I will never be without woman because I am one. God. I need to be euthanized. I'm waiting for it. Hi, Bonatide. Is this an elaborate way of saying you touch yourself? I don't... I'm too stupid to respond to that. I can't. This is a lose-lose situation. You touch yourself? Question mark? Except please don't. Don't do that. I've been doing the same thing I do. What have I done? I read a ton of idle manga recently. And I still am. I hadn't been. For whatever reason, I can't really find that much insight on Japanese idols, even in the modern day. It's like it's been overtaken by K-pop, and it's so bizarre. I don't understand it at all. Yeah, I wanna find out, like, oh, when do idols retire, generally? And it's all like, oh, K-pop, let's talk about all these billion people I don't know. Tatsunuma Musume. It's so difficult. I got tired. And I started doing that thing where I lay in bed instead of doing anything. At least you don't have to work a full-time job. Yeah, that's... I do a good amount of stuff around the house. I wonder if that would qualify. I haven't had much to do lately since, I just don't have a lot going on in my life. Really, I thought I'd seen less K-pop stuff as of late. Netflix released this movie called K-pop Demon Hunters. And I saw a billion people on Twitter raving about it or whatever, so I sit down and watch it, because, you know, like, okay, maybe the title is just stupid. Maybe it's just got a stupid title. Maybe it's not that bad. And it was, like... the characters have no personality or plot relevance. And it's just this really, really unappealing romance. I hate it. I deja vu. Idols never existed, it was all invented as backstory for Perfect Blue or something. I still haven't watched Perfect Blue. It's one of those things that exists only for, like, mentally ill women to use as profile pictures or something. K-pop Demon Hunter seems like a turn off your brain movie. I mean, I've read like garbage isekai manhwa or whatever that was better than that. Only thing going for it is I think it was made by the Spider-Verse team or something. I don't know. Ugh. I've got a fried voice recently, don't I? Not recently, when was the last time I streamed? I don't know. When was the last time I spoke to someone? I don't know. K-pop Demon Hunters gives the same vibe as League of Legends players to me. Yeah, I love K-pop. I listen to KDA League of Legends all the time. Shortly after Fauna's marriage announcement. Oh yeah. Did anything come of that? Did she ever talk about it? I feel like she just announced it, turned off her phone for a day, and then was like, thank you guys for the support, and then just went about her way with streaming. I didn't really pay that much attention. I stopped. Maybe this is messed up. I kind of still like corpos. I still like corpos more than indies. I don't know. V-Shoujo fell apart as well for other big news. I think Globy is falling apart too or something, but I mean, Globy was never that big in the first place. I feel like a good amount of... How many people are here? 10? I feel like most of you still won't know what Globy was. For context, it's a corporation under Brave Group, aka the group responsible for Vispo, V4 Mirai, there's a few other ones. I can't remember it off the top of my head right now. I think they own Hime Hina, like those ASMR twins that sometimes do covers too. Elise Thornhart was Globy, right? No, she was under... A lot of people mistook her as being part of Nexus, but she was actually under the Annie Live Jumpstart program, which were essentially indies that Annie Live as a company just gave a model away to. Idly and now Chroma Ship? That was so stupid. That was so astonishingly stupid. Who is going to remember Chroma Shift? I didn't until now. To be fair, Idol hasn't been on my radar since everyone graduated who's left. There's I think the entirety of Espanol without Meika, of course. There's Encore? I don't know if all three of them are still there, and I think they kept Poco. And I want to say there's one more, but I can't remember. Not Momo? Question mark? I don't know. Idle Yen's stands much more out than Chroma Shift. I thought Chroma was new. Chroma Shift sounds like the sketchiest tech company known to man. I hear Chroma Shift and I think they're going to try to sell me ChatGPT or something, you know? I don't know. Hi, Don Bunny. They're about to tell me how to synergize my corporate... What do they call it? Like roadmaps? Let's pivot to a new generation. I don't know, I don't work a job. Idiot. I didn't realize there were Ian Corpos left outside of Hollow Needian phase. Honestly, I don't think I could really tell you that many that are still alive. I think there was... Aegis Link or something. I want to say they're the ones with Triggerfish, I think. I couldn't tell you. VLR still exists? Oh yeah! Honestly, VLR, I don't really see them going under anytime. I can see them losing members or whatever, or maybe Strawny just gets tired of it. I doubt she would. I think she does like streaming and stuff. But you know, Sock Corpo and SVP still exist. Oh yeah, Stellarverse. Sock Corpo. I stopped following it after... They started... I got real confused about their direction. That one startup that has the dog detective with the puppy bearing hips. Gross. I feel like a dog detective sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you what it is. My autism is fading. Hi Chase, hi Byron, hi Fred. Can I say something depressing? I don't want to linger on it too long, but I do just want to get it out of the way. Chubby died. You know, like a day after I posted that image even. Just, I feel fine about it. I knew it was coming, you know. I don't want someone to go like, oh, how's the chinchilla going? And then I gotta awkwardly, you know. I knew it was coming, so I don't feel that bad about it. It's just a little lonelier, I guess. The image was taken before I posted it, so that was him from, you know, a few days prior. I felt bad because I looked at it, you know, after he died, and I looked at it and was like, oh, did he look sickly in this image, or was it just because I had the flash on? Am I going to go tell people that my chinchilla died and I have this really gross, sickly looking image where it I felt bad. Real conversation ender though. You know, where do I go from this? We pivot back into VTubers. How old was the chinchilla? Were they considered senior for their age? I don't really... Nobody really knows because nobody kept track of when we got him. But my estimates were around 14 years old. That's my personal estimates. They can live... They generally live like 15 to 20 years, so a little... I mean, if he was poorly taken care of, he would have lived maybe 10 years. Even less if he was... So, he lived a perfectly normal lifespan, I'd say. Probably. But... we dug a hole in the backyard and I stood out there and like a million bugs came from the earth to bite me to make things more annoying. I don't know what is up with all the bug bites. I can't go outside. There's bugs on me. You want to kick a girl while she's down? Go ahead. Go make my legs itchy or whatever. These bugs represent us sometimes. You guys... if those represent you, you guys are leeches. If you guys are represented by the annoying mosquitoes that bite my legs. You guys are a good several leagues above mosquitoes though. I think if I ever saw you outside, I'd also swarm your legs, I think. How do you swarm legs as a single person? Please don't demonstrate. Please don't demonstrate. I'll be frightened. I refuse to be the mosquito. Can we be something cooler like a wolf spider or a tarantula? If I got swarmed by tarantulas, at that point I am laying down and accepting death. At that point, God wants me dead and I am accepting the message. I think swarming legs as a single person just involves tackling somebody. I feel like the only people that could swarm legs as a single person are children, maybe, because children are kind of scary like that. I know, Emma. Passing by, but hello, Mr. Dork Face. I've grown far beneath dork. I've gotten so isolated that I've just started genuinely consuming mainstream media. I played Uma Musume. I read Jujutsu Kaisen. Is that still not mainstream enough? Come on, that's just wrong. Jujutsu Kaisen is terrible. I read Jujutsu Kaisen only for Toji. Jujutsu Kaisen is terrible, but it's really good for the first 200 chapters. It just falls off so hard it's legendary. Who's your horsewife? Taiki Shuttle. Taiki Shuttle. Taiki Shuttle. Taiki Shuttle. I love you, Taiki Shuttle. Taiki Shuttle. Her voice actress can't speak English to save her life, and it makes it so much better. It's like... nothing better than an offensive American stereotype, really. Show me Taiki Shuttle, what's her champion? Hold on. She's American, and that's the only thing that's notable about her, really. She's got huge ones. They're huge. She has a gun? Yes, she does. In her race, her little special power-up, she starts firing off a gun. She's also the second tallest horse in the game, and I think the tallest currently released on the English side. Guess how tall she is, though. It's kind of funny. she's 5'7". She's 5'7" and the second tallest because of that. The perspective is just so skewed. That's average for American woman, right? No, I think average is something like 5'4". I don't know. That's huge in Japan? Yeah, but she's only... I want her to tower over me. Please. Was she wearing her gun like that? How are you supposed to draw that? I mean, there's a lot of things you could say about her design, like how she has mysterious little sleeve attachments. And also, you can't see it because her boobs are too big, but she actually has a sheriff star on top of her little bra chest clothing. She's a West of it? No, she is American and she talks... It's really funny, you know, as an American woman watching her stories, and she's like, you're my Japanese family trainer. And it's like, oh. White woman to white woman communication here. There's a lot of American horses in Uma, surprisingly. There's just a lot of foreign-bred horses in horse racing. It's a whole thing, you know. Don't mind me, I'm playing with my pills. You might be able to hear it. I've been playing with it this whole time. Stop giving me money, please. I don't know how to turn it off. I don't stream enough to justify moving to a whole nother platform, though. Let's scale her to my size here. A little too big. I want to... Hi, Tether, have you eaten yet? I ate ramen earlier. Would you want to move to YouTube? I've considered it a few times, but... I don't know. Can we convince you to stream more often with more or less money? How do I say it? I'm not streaming for money or anything. I'm not even streaming for like the little scrap of socialization I used to stream for. I just kind of, I guess, stream when I feel like I want something to do. Life's too empty in the moment, you know? Wait, do you stream on YouTube? I've considered it. I know my way around YouTube and whatnot. What if we take your money to make you stream? Would that work? I think if streaming actively made me less money, I think I would hide in my closet forever, probably. What if I said I kick my dog when you don't stream? I think I'm calling... who do you call in that case? PETA? Can I call PETA on you? PETA, the horse is here. That's not what Lois sounds like. PETA, kill this guy's dog if I want. If I wanted that dog dead, I'd call the police. ATF? I don't even remember what the ATF is. All I know about the ATF is that one Death Note meme, whatever. You know, like, that's not how the Death Note works. The IRS! ATF! I don't know what these things are. Alcohol, tobacco, firearms? That's what, like, the 1920s mob specialized in. Good job forgetting I wish I could. I don't go outside or look at the news. I'm becoming brain dead. I'm becoming lower than a snail. I think at some point I will be on par with like the beautiful prehistoric sea lilies in the bottom of the ocean. Let me turn into an echinoderm. Is that right? Maybe not. I forget. A brittle star or whatever. Send me to the ocean. You should go out more, at least stream. I don't go outside because the bugs keep eating me. It hurts. Do we get an animal cam? For what, me regressing into slug form? No. All you get is bad news, and also... How long has it been since you talked to another human that's not from your family? I don't remember. I don't remember anymore. I don't remember. She's talking to us right now, if that counts. I'm sure it... You know, maybe the last time I streamed counts too. Talk to people about you are nice to be around. You know when people get put in solitary confinement or whatever and they become incapable of talking to people because they can't distinguish their delusions from reality? I think I've got a low-grade form of that, maybe. Maybe. I'm fine with it though, I'm chill. I've never really been one to socialize much. Delusions? Are you actively thinking something might happen? I just can't interact with people without turning into a creep. On another note, Taiki is so... Her skin has actual color to it. That's amazing. I feel like... I feel like she's stopping it from me. You should stream every day and talk to us every day. I think I might. You know, I'm not making any false promises, whatever. I've made false promises in the past, said, like, oh, you know what, I plan on doing this again, no, whatever. Dunno. Dunno. You can see her retreating into her horse booms in real time. This is... I'm lower than dirt. Oh no. Oh no. Taiki Shuttle. Taiki Shuttle, I'm in trouble. I I don't have a regular sleep schedule right now. Right now I have a lot of trouble falling asleep, so what I do is try my best to stay up all night, and then usually somewhere around 10 a.m. I pass out from exhaustion. The time always varies. I wake up at completely random times, to be honest. Have you tried lasting until 10-11 p.m. to reset your schedule? Yes, it's just that I can't resist the call of bed. At some point it starts like speaking to me like, oh, come join me, it's so soft and warm. But not really. Like, not words, but you know, like I need to go to bed because it's soft and warm there. You know? Black-pilled, but it's pointless trying to chat up normies. They can sense the tism and won't treat you as equal. Why do you think I ended up like this? Why do you think I ended up like this? Hello? I know, I haven't just been in like entirely... I mean, it is self-imposed, but I haven't just done this, you know, for fun. It's not like a decade ago I thought, you know, well, you know what would be really fun? Never ever going outside or socializing. That's what Little Belle sounded like, by the way. Not like my actual proper voice acting, lowly voice, whatever. It's true, I can confirm. Dad, is that you? Get out of here, Dad. You need the hope pill. Take the white pill, live forever. Don't do it. The world is a life gem. Whatever you call. Yeah, you should keep calling me Dad, by the way, or some variant of that. You're worse than me. If I'm lower than dirt, you are the worm. I don't know. Who am I? Where am I? I am the worm that eats your dirt. You might be my brain worms. Actually, considering that your dad became vegetarian actually permanently to win a bet, that's not entirely implausible that you became a NEET for the bet. I don't know, my dad became kind of annoying about it. Yeah, he's vegetarian in the same way that a Redditor is atheist. He's also atheist in the same way a Redditor is an atheist. Even the trash has its raccoons. Raccoons are at least kind of cute. I like their hands. You are who you choose to be the strongest VTuber. Strongest VTuber is as strong as like a tree branch. Your dad sounds cool until he isn't. My dad is just... My dad is the dad of many dads. I milk before cereal. Hello. Some tree branches can be really strong about... Well, I think at a certain strength, they're more like part of the trunk than a branch. Maybe? I don't know. I haven't climbed a tree since I was... Sorry, that was me slamming my face forward because What would have happened if you became Reddit too? I would become galaxy brained, obviously. Time for me to go play Elden Ring? I feel like Redditors play Elden Ring. Like, or maybe Redditors just play whatever the normie game is, you know? But they don't play... What's the sports games? It's some stupid acronym. FIFA? Is it FIFA? What if you slammed your face into mine? Are you maybe the dirt and I am the worm? Because the worm can choose to leave the dirt. It's just that the worm also willingly writhes in it. Redditors play Balatro, I think. Redditors play Undertale, sadly. Bellworm drying out on the sidewalk. Is my isolation perhaps like a worm willingly drying out on the sidewalk? Maybe I'm enjoying it like the worm in the rain, trying not to drown in the wet dirt. I don't know. I should eat worms. Undertale is more Tumblr core. Nobody uses Tumblr anymore though. That's because everyone is a gooner. And all of the gooners left Tumblr after they banned not safe for work stuff. I think death to gooners or something, I say with my large-breasted horsewife standing next to me. That was a great poetic line, somehow ending and I should eat worms. That's what I do. I'm the smartest person alive. Let me bash my face into something. Okay, Valieri Cuckart retweet. It wasn't Cuckart, it was like the librarian lady accidentally running into some inappropriate stuff. And I accidentally retweeted it. I did not intend to. I don't know. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't. It was just the art style I liked. I lost it because I panicked. I don't remember where it was. Hi Dagu, is that a horse? Yes, it's Taiki's shuttle. Oh, she's so cute. Aw, and here's her tail. And her belly. No, I deleted it, Mom. It was a virus that showed up on the computer and then... No, I have no shame about my downloaded things. I don't have anything downloaded on this computer, though. Because then I would have to, you know, sit up. And that's weird. I have to sleep, but I hope next time I see you live, you sound like you're in better circumstances. Take care, Belle. If it's about my voice, I've just sounded like this the past few times. Maybe I should clear my throat. I think it's also because I'm trying a little hard to be quiet. Maybe I'd go away if I did the old stream voice.
There's a virus that locks caps if you click on a yaoi video. I haven't, but you should be careful. It's me, the yaoi video. I haven't done this voice in a while, so it's a little rough. Oog. Oog, wow, wow, wow.
Who the hell are you? Hold on, I can...
I can slowly try to lose this voice if I
transition awkwardly. There we go. Is it bad if I miss this one a lot? Sometimes I do too, but I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. Send me to hell. Beat me to death with a stick. I miss everything sometimes. Sometimes I get flashbacks from Umamusume because there's characters that like hit some right points in my mind. I remember that voice. It reminds me of a blue shark. There's never been a blue shark. The Gooder killer has never been real.
Galgura.
I don't know what happened for me to lose my motivation to stream. I miss when VTubing was small and not full of normies. You can still... Nah, you really can't find that, can you? I guess you gotta filter real hard, and if you filter too hard, you accidentally end up in a political extremist hotspot. Don't know. Did that high pitch never kill your vocal cords? I'm pretty good at managing my vocal cords. Only thing that's really killing it right now is that I don't use my voice at all. Let me do a gross like snort or something to try clearing my voice. Ooh ha 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 ha.
Real Gargura moment, whatever. It's me, it's the voice that doesn't fit this character at all. Oog. Maybe it's kind of a cat moe, I don't know. You have people like that in Hololive. Can we do something to give it back? How about a cool birthday? I don't need anything birthday related or blah. I don't know. Wow, it's Super Yaga. They call me the Super Yag. But doing a funny voice is kind of... I guess I never really reached that point where people like Pippa or whatever, you know, they become relaxed streaming and they don't feel the need to do a funny voice. If it's a funny voice though, it doesn't feel like it's me doing it. It feels like I'm watching a cute anime girl wearing my skin or something. Skinwalker, a voice thief. If you're the real Chitami, prove it by making a 9/11 joke. Well, it's not Chitami, it's Bell Yaga. Don't know. Am I alive? Who am I? If it sounds like she smokes a pack of cigars a day, I probably sound like I smoke a... Maybe not a pack, but I've definitely deteriorated, haven't I? Hi, Nate. I've always thought of you as a skinwalker. What, Bell Yaga or Tsunami? Sorry about that. That wasn't too loud, was it? You smoke? Nope. That's too expensive. I don't... Please don't give me money, but since I don't really do the regular streaming thing anymore, you know, I don't do the daily expenses or whatever. You know, since I don't receive money anymore, much money, I still receive money when I stream, unfortunately, I don't buy regular Pepsis. Ain't that good? So every time you don't give me money, I don't spend it on soft drinks. Someone give cigarette money. Yeah, you're right, I should smoke max or whatever, nicotine max, but I am not even mildly old and I feel like a hag. I'm yag maxing. Oh, my pill. The pill I was playing with. Oh, don't spoil yourself a tier 1 sub. Who is that? I remember you described yourself as homeless Lumi. Don't I look like it? I think it's fun though. It does resemble me, sort of. I'm just homeless without the Lumi. To be fair, I wouldn't want to be home with Lumi. Lumi is scary. I feel like I'll die. You should do granny voice to compliment the stream. I don't... Oh yes, youngin. I don't know what a grandma sounds like. My grandma sounds like... sounds like a northeastern lady. You know, how do you say it? Oh, don't you know? Park the car, whatever, you know. I don't remember. Wait, you aren't a Japanese emoto? Unfollowing. This is true. I'm, beat me over the head. I feel like Lumi would be incredibly high maintenance. That's why you can watch her as a streamer and not as a potential girlfriend. My grandma died like a month ago. I'm sorry. It must be because I absorbed her life force. That's so messed up of me to say. I'm sorry. You can tell I'm still autistic because I don't ever think when I say things. Lumi scares me so much. She's too woman and I hate her. I don't know what too woman means, but she feels like what incels say women are like, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's too... Maybe I'm not right. Maybe I've got like internalized whatever because I never talk to women. Is Stacy? Yeah, I guess so. Do incels say Becky? Lots of femcel lingo you used to see tossed around. I feel like most of that classical femcel lingo died when it got overtaken by, you know, aesthetic femcels or whatever. Femcel meaning like a girl who likes Hello Kitty and does drugs or something. We need more dark humor since all media is neutered in the state. Man, do you ever read posts or like comment sections? I see nothing but dark humor. I see nothing but rage bait. I see nothing but like, who was in the right here? Who was in the wrong here? Yeah, I see nothing but like women versus men. This is what men are like. This is what women are like. Everyone is like this. Here's some inflammatory footage of a person of a demographic doing something. You know, this is all you see. This is all you see. Oh, why is everything so neutered nowadays? Everything is rage bait. Everything is rage bait. Nothing is legitimate. Everything is just made to upset you. I'm annoyed. I hate going online. I'm secretly the third option above the boys versus girls. You become like non-binary or whatever. Congratulations. What do they call them? Like, let me see them boobs. See them boobs. I'm just, it's like everything is sex in movies and violence on TV. But where are those good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely? It's just, you know, like, when people, you have a million people saying like, oh, I'm not allowed to say this. You're allowed to say whatever you want. The only thing stopping you is that you aren't getting paid to say it or whatever. If Twitch gets that delicious, delicious cut of money, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever brain dead conspiracy theory you think of. It can be anything. Twitch will go, oh, money. You know, there's no like, oh, they won't let me say this. You're allowed to say it, every kind of political branch gets a sponsored Netflix stand-up comedy or whatever, and all of them will say like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. And then everyone parrots it because they hear it everywhere. It must be true. Everything is just, it follows the money. What is profitable right now? Inflammatory statements. I fell asleep and just noticed you were live. I am live. Maybe I'll stop being live. I don't know. I'd like to stay up longer than usual, though. What is usual? Who remembers anymore? Am I right? Am I right, ladies? All of the ladies to the left of me all start chittering amongst each other eagerly. But all those people that are saying like, the government won't let me say this, the whatever, the people I don't like won't let me say this. They're probably trying to get your money. Or they're schizo. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I've spent too much time in isolation and I'm becoming Ted-pilled. Whatever. Don't trust anyone that's like on TikTok talking about their political opinions. It would be nicer if things just follow the money. Imagine if we just got the movies we wanted. You forget that most people are genuinely bordering on brain dead. There's going to be like 15 people on social media or whatever, like, I don't respect this movie. I'm going to, like, blocklist it. What do you call it? Boycott it. They released the latest Disney slop, whatever. It's mid. Nobody wants to watch it. People still go to watch it. We have a whole generation of brand loyalists, of people who cannot conceive that things can be better than this. Who cannot even imagine that maybe there is a TV show that isn't garbage. There's a whole... ow, my leg. There's a whole generation of kids who don't know how a file system works. There's a billion people who don't know that you can use an ad blocker. Why am I twitching like I'm in Five Nights at Freddy's? For every one of you that doesn't think this way, there's 5 people that do think this way, Bella, you sound like my drunk uncle. I'm sober though. I talk like your drunk uncle when I'm sober. In my days, VTubers used to be anime fans. In my days, I used to be able to say that One Piece was unfathomable slop. Normies are scared of liking something that isn't mainstream that they can't talk about with a giant fandom. I don't remember the last time I've been in a fandom space. Genuinely, every time I am just engaging with media, and then like sitting in the corner of my room thinking real hard about it. I am losing touch with reality. Wow, Val, you really have been really backed up with your opinions. I think that's probably part of the reason I retreated from streaming, because now you go online, everyone's all gonna talk about like, oh, this political thing. Political thing. Ooh, political thing. I'm going to make a joke about this political person. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I'm tired. The world. I go on Twitter or whatever, and Twitter thinks I want to play Dandy's World or whatever their newest Zoomer, not even Zoomer, like Gen Alpha slop is. Cookie Run. None of them are cookies. What flavors are these? Deepest manga I've read recently is Anabolic Erotic. Deepest... I think deep is kind of a false term, but deepest and like most emotional, I guess, manga I read recently was I think it was called My Broken Mariko. It was a sweet manga about this girl with a really messed up relationship with her now deceased friend. She goes on a messed up journey after she dies. It's a short manga, not very long. It's a good one though. The art is pretty. We just need to talk more about Hans Pupa. One shot or just short? Just short. I think it's like 10 chapters, maybe. It's just about some lady's breakdown, I guess. It's good though. It's good. Trust me. But you know, I occasionally check up with the stuff I got into when I was in like middle school or high school. I got into Hanako-kun when I was teenage still. I don't even remember anymore. And I got real smug about it because I was into it before everyone else got into it, and then the anime came out and there was a bunch of tourists and I was like, Imagine not having read the manga before it released. And then nobody would talk to me. Because I'm really annoying about things. And the anime was a really bad adaptation too. It's hard, but I managed to make Twitter stop recommending Rage and Slop other apps for a lost cause. I don't even care. It's more that I have a problem with following VTubers. I mean, it's not like politically inflammatory stuff hasn't existed forever, but now you gotta deal with everyone. All the VTuber drama is entrenched in politics, which is bizarre. And then you go in chats and they're saying all sorts of weird, vile stuff. And, you know, it's hard to like a VTuber because VTubers really can't avoid the difficult stuff. And you really can't. It's hard to drive away difficult chatters. Oh. Bah. When you read My Broken Mariko, did you also see a short story called Yiska? It was bundled in a physical copy. I don't know that I did. I didn't buy the physical copy. I haven't owned any physical manga in a long time. If you want me to be honest, I gave away pretty much all of my manga, donated it to a library a few months ago. I felt real rough about it initially, but it's not like I ever read it, you know? Anyway, Chimi, let's talk about the intricacies of the political world. I have a solution to the Palestine conflict. Nope. I don't know. I don't know. My sister gets rid of her manga in little libraries. I can't trust little libraries, honestly, because everyone in my local radius is kind of illiterate. I gotta yell at people on the streets because they bother me when I'm walking with my little brother. Only manga I had was of The Promised Neverland. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't remember when I dropped that. Sometime after the Goldie Pond, whatever. I got pretty far, but it was just bizarre. Do people walk up to you asking for $1? I'm not urban enough for that. What, do I look wealthy? It's just that people harass my little brother because he dresses stupid. You know? I dress stupid, but in a different way. Bill, can I have $1? How about tree fitty? Bill, can I give you $1? You can... If you want money to disappear and me to be happy, I would like you to eat $1 bill right now. My only manga is Yudo Camp, and I think it's pretty neat. Try Diary of My Days of the Breakwater. Is that the one? I think that's Diary of Our Days at Breakwater. Hell, I have like 13 in ones. I'll do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't have dollar bills. I only have coins here. Easier, honestly. Have you ever tried to rip through a dollar bill? Difficult. Well, can I steal your social security number and take out a credit card in your name? Okay, my social security number is 1 2 1 5. Yep. That's it. That's my social security number. Go input it. That's my address? Great, I'm already there. Turn your hat upside down and it's perfect for collecting coins. That's the wrong. There we go. Please, some money for me and my poor horsewife. Please. I am but a poor something. Please. If Belle lives in our walls and she lives in our walls, whose house are we in? You're in a perpetual, horrific labyrinth of wires. Has your life ever existed? Maybe it's not the Matrix. What is something? The Matrix sucks because you watch The Matrix and there's literally no benefit to being outside of the Matrix. You watch The Matrix and it's like, okay, well, life can suck and you can feel awful forever, but it's the truth. And also, like, it kind of ruins your quality of life in every measurable aspect. But it's the truth. So you should take the red pill, whatever. Survive with your horsewife, poor homeless woman. Oh, you used ChatGPT too many times. Now there is no snow. We are homeless. I don't remember what the meme was. I'm brain dead. Does the red pill taste like strawberry? I think it probably tastes like Matrix or whatever. Is that a Shondo meme? I don't know. What is Shondo? I used to do a Shondo impression. How do you? Shondo. She. Fallen Shadow. Oh, it's me, Shondo. Ooh. Ooh, whoa. Speaking of ChatGPT, have you seen the Redditors flirting at AI husbands? I'll do you one better. I've seen everyone flirt with AI of any possible gender, whatever. Thank you, Anonymous. Uwo. Is that what the Uwo does for you? Congratulations. Red pill, I want to live with my girl failure bell wives in peace. Red pill this, red pill that. I don't know, wrap it in cheese like a dog. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is ooh. Ooh. Who is she? Taiki Shadow, horse girl. Ooh. Hold on. I'm trying to find like the size down thing. She's too big. I'll let you guys sit with her. Won't that be nice? Aren't you guys lonely? I'm sure you guys are. Here, it'll even look like she's holding you. You know, like she's holding you, like laying next to you. Isn't that nice? Congratulations. Red pill this, red pill that. Maybe you should have read some books. All the people that don't know. Everyone that thinks too hard about politics is probably partially illiterate. They probably don't know the difference between there and there and there. That's my thoughts. Except the people that get paid to think about politics. People probably yell at them if they're not literate. Unless they're like 80. In that case, they probably used to be literate. It's just that they stopped being literate because they're like 80. Wow, I've never experienced that before in my life. Don't worry, I've never been embraced by a woman either. I would make some joke about like, oh haha, maybe my mom. I don't know if my mom did. Uh-oh. Have you seen the people that think about politics? What, do you see them in like Twitter screenshots, or do you actually sit down and watch what they say? Half of the time they actually have something to say, though sometimes it's like some brain dead older person. I hugged a body pillow once and felt so bad. She lives in my closet. I still sleep on the body pillow. It's okay. Everything's alright. Weren't you straight? I don't know. I don't think I'm gay if I've never felt the touch of a woman, so can I be straight if I've never felt the touch of a man either? How's the Lemmy Ducky? Is she safe? Spilt all my spaghetti on her, of course. No, she's safe. She's even clean. I hung up. I hung it up in my closet after my dad came into my messy room and judged me on a variety of things without bringing up the body pillow. And then I thought, like, I should probably not have this on display. Hi, Racy. You have felt the touch of a woman. You already confirmed you touched yourself. I touched your mom, actually. Is it when we asked Aki? Yes. Also, I think I just swore. I don't even know anymore. I don't remember. Who am I? Where am I? There's so many things wrong with the Wemmy Ducky, I can't even get started. I feel like anyone you invite over would have moral concerns. You know? I have news. I too may feel the touch of a woman. I have a date planned tomorrow. Wish me luck. It's a cute girl. Good luck. And oh. Oh. I'm a hopeless loser. Oog. Oog. Up your game, I'll start DMing your friends. I don't want to. I don't want to put myself at risk. I don't want to fail social interaction. I want to go to bed. I want to hide in bed and never see the outside world. I met a cute girl at the laundromat and got her Discord and she removed me before I could meet her again. Thank you for getting rejected. That makes me feel better. I already informed Kitty of your tweet. Am I? What do you mean? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? What tweet? What tweet? What tweet? What do you mean by that? 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 Why just the LOL, the LMAO? Why just that? I don't like NTR, I just like the art style. I don't like NTR. Oog. I don't like NTR. I just wanted to bookmark an artist. I hate NTR, honestly. I get so mad about it in manga. I don't even like love triangles. I watch really lame stuff with any semblance of harem, and I just get mad at every following girl because there's only one girl I want to see. What is NTR? Nerorare. Cucking, essentially. I think nerorare means something along the lines of like stealing one's lover away. Oh, super duper. Bella, have you seen Kiss Him Not Me? My sister says it's the only good harem anime. Is that because she's into BL or something? I'm not into BL. NTR is one of the worst tags. I have no idea why it's somewhat popular. I heard that along with things like Ugly Bastard. Like they're popular because you can't because you're too insecure to self-insert. You know? It's for like next level sad weebs.
story about a different VTuber was talking about how she was reading a manga with a period pad fetish but had to drop it with Orino Naka. She's talking. I read it. I read that one. It was so bad. It was like a train wreck in slow motion. It was fascinatingly bad. It was so awful. It was Orino Naka, right? It starts off really bad and it just keeps getting worse. It's so great. It starts off with like there's this creepy scumbag guy who draws hentai in his spare time and starts stealing used hygiene products from the bathroom because he becomes infatuated with his coworker. And so she starts recording him secretly doing that. And then she gets real weird about it, just like doesn't holds on to it without admitting it and pursues him like romantically, all embarrassing style. Horrible, horrible. And then eventually she invites him over to her house, confronts him about it, like, oh, but don't you do this and that with my used things? And he's like, oh god, I'm killing myself. And then she goes, okay, let's pursue a relationship. I still love you. Are you okay if I'm actually married? It's so garbage. It was so bad. And I just kind of wonder what kind of next level. What kind of person made this? What kind of person do you have to be to make this? Wow. And it gets worse every chapter. It's amazing. Why does it keep getting worse? Is it like have any of you ever read, I think it's called Okaeri Papa? That one is similar levels of like what? What? You know? Or there was one like Watashi no Fushidara or something, in which an older teacher falls in love with a student, so she makes a deal with a demon to gain the ability to de-age, and she becomes really, really horrible with it. The one with the deceitful cover. It's part of a series. The other one has a somewhat happy ending, though. Yeah, it's Watashi no Fushidara. A VTuber recommended Okaeri Papa because she likes yanderes. I do like yanderes. I can't get behind it if the guy is entirely unappealing, though. Like, I don't need an attractive guy or a guy with a good personality, but I feel like the obsession in writing for the girl has to be doubly as good if the guy isn't particularly good. You know? I see you've been exploring classic literature during your hiatus, Miss Bell. No, I read Watashi no Fushidara when I was how many years ago? I might have been in high school, honestly. It told me again that I was going to sleep over an hour and a half ago before seeing the stream and would have been I'm tired, so I think I really need to sleep. It's not like I'll leave this unlisted. You can go and then just watch me, whatever. I'm not going to sleep yet. See ya, ain't it?
I remember Pippa mentioning some dojin with a deer once. That was effed. If you mention dojin and like just throw some fetish out there or something, it's boring, you know? You can find the most bizarre, depraved stuff if you just look for it. Nobody wants to look for it. They just want to see one and go like, oh my god, wasn't that messed up? Like, if you go on Rule 34 or whatever, 75% of what you see will be crude inflation art. You know? It's not special. You go on Haruka, see you. What if people miss interacting with you, Val? Then maybe he'll come back some other day. I don't know. I'm brain dead. What you really have to look out for are the series. There's this one series with an elf. And every dojin is just, every like update to it is just the author exploring some new weird fetish they're getting into. I haven't checked up on it in a while though. It's just, you know, Night Elf? I don't even remember. It's Monogatari. I think that one's just a certain philia is most of what it explores. I think it's just real weird about it. Hey, Shrek Beard. I don't know, I haven't actually watched Monogatari. Brush my teeth or something. Maybe it was intended to rehabilitate otaku. Like, if you get a fetish for brushing teeth, maybe you'll be able to brush your teeth every day. Is that it, maybe? Brush your sister's teeth? If only I had a sister to brush the teeth of. No. God, no. That'd be awful. Horrible. If only I had a sister to brush my teeth? Question mark? I don't know. I'm not exploring this. But honestly, I think that guy in the NHK was on to something when he talked about the government or whatnot. I think they want us all to be losers. Well, you got your sister Tsugi. I think if I asked someone I barely know to brush my teeth, Monogatari style, I think that's basis for a restraining order. Brush the government's teeth? Okay, come on, Mr. Politician, whatever. Who's the nearest politician? Come to my house, I'll brush your teeth. The author remained in need after his novel became a record seller. Honestly, I think the point where you become a shut-in, like, that's enough trauma to impact your entire life. I don't like treating people as broken, but it's the kind of thing that throwing infinite money at will still take a long time to overcome. And therapists are totally incompetent. Any of you ever see a therapist? Therapists are built for normies. They're built for people that are like, I feel a little bad when I wear clothes that I don't usually wear. And they're like, well, have you tried overcoming that fear? It's stupid. I don't have enough money for therapists. I had to go to therapy when I was in middle school after an incident with my older brother. And therapists are not trained with much at all. The incident with my brother wasn't anything crazy. It was just he had a psychotic attack after taking some drugs. And I guess they were getting the whole family into mental health. I don't know. I've been to some because my mom thought I was depressed. I didn't want to tell her I was just a loser shut-in. Those things aren't exclusive. It's just that the point where you're a loser shut-in isn't the point where most therapists can help. Don't do drugs, Belle. Where do you even get drugs? You gotta approach the first sketchy person you see in a city or something? I don't know. I haven't seen a city in ages. Therapy is a silly practice. I learned much more from strangers online than I got from a decade of dealing with a therapist. I have... Not that therapizing myself, whatever, is working, but I've read a lot of random psychology books just for fun. And I've learned infinitely more than it feels like a therapist knows. Not that I could practice. It's just, I feel like therapists probably learn only the minimum or something, and then they get to charge a bajillion dollars. I just think, like, you know, you're paying probably some $100 for 30 minutes of a therapist putting you down. Just saying, like, have you tried dismissing those thoughts? You know, a therapist just... All they do is try to make you into a happy worker. You know, someone who can contribute to society. The right amount of mentally ill to never care enough to break free of that. What does a psychiatrist do? Just prescribe random meds. This is, I don't know if this is too messed up, but my mom would just coach me on what to say before putting me into the psychiatrist, and he would just agree to whatever. And I was on a crazy amount of meds as a middle schooler. They don't really question it very much. Can I come join you in the woods? I don't like the city. You're free to go crawl into the nearest dirt hole if you want. That'll help you escape city life. I self-medicate with whatever I want and no one can stop me. Okay, I'm taking more, Loratadine. Thrilling. That doesn't sound like it would work in the long run. I was not doing great. I like to talk to strange anime women on the internet. That's what the purpose of a VTuber is, probably. My therapist just played chess with me while I confessed my dad was leaving me and my little brother and sister to sit in the lounge of biker bars. Did you get CPS called on you, or was it just like a paid version of going to a confessor's booth at a church? The subscription edition. Kids being at bars is okay. I'm not sure. Like, I don't think it's inherently wrong. I don't think it's great for your kids to be around random drunk people, though. Or their drunk parent. That's my thoughts. I think I haven't seen someone drunk in a long time. But I always remember drunk people being really difficult. That's not something I would have ever wanted to deal with as like a 6-year-old or whatever. Don't know if I could have understood it as a 6-year-old though. Maybe as a 6-year-old I would have just thought sometimes people are weird. And sometimes they are. Hi, Flower. Hello. I'm British again. I used to do that nearly every stream, at the start of every stream. I think I might be brain damaged. When my friends get drunk or high, they accuse me of being drunk. He who smelt it. There are drunks that walk around in the city, but that's a city thing. I've only really dealt with drunks in my family. My mom says that she would see people... My mom says that she would see people drunk out in public and get really embarrassed. I literally hopped over from Flower's stream because she's modeling and she can't watch. Make fun of her. Make fun of her for being unable to watch. It's not like I'm anyone noteworthy though. You better make fun of her. Used to stream most days. Those were better times. Where... My little brother has been home all day from summer vacation, and I think that's probably contributing because I'm all embarrassed about it. No bully. Look at this fool. This fool who can't watch. You should compliment Flower since she can't watch. I'm sorry, but I'm a hater by nature. You hate me because you can't be me or something. I ran out of iced tea to take a swig of, so I can't pretend I'm a hardened alcoholic. My dad's dad we called Darth Maulio because he had yellow jaundice eyes and was Mexican and mean. I didn't watch Star Wars. Darth Maul is the red guy. My mom was an alcoholic, I guess. I didn't see her that much though. She dresses like a goth, if that's anything. I don't know what she dresses like now, but you know, she'd dye her hair and like cut it all choppy and go out with laced up boots and fishnets and whatever. I had been. I felt I am no longer in the wage cage. Wagey. Turn to next pagey. I don't know, I'm stupid. You should have a gin and tonic and become bartender streamer. Maybe I should pay like $100 to learn how to mix drinks and at a community college or something. And then I can come on and be a sophisticated alcoholic. Good night, I got KG tomorrow. See you, Tethera. Enjoy your job. Why does that remind me of the hookers down the road from where I work? She's kind of aged like a hooker. Chain smoking and drinking doesn't mix well with alternative fashion. And also having 3 kids doesn't either. You know. It's very strange being 24 years old makes it weird to be at college parties, but 30, 50 it picks back up for some. Are you saying that 30 to 50-year-olds go to college parties? At that point I'm worried it's cradle snatching. Though I feel like most college goers are maybe not like 18 question mark? I don't know. Spawn campers. Spawn camper seems a little... Spawn camper
I feel like 18's the wrong age for that. Spawn Camper feels like it's younger than that. Early investors, maybe. Pre-orders. I prefer to see it as robbing the grave when I go for the 50-year-old cougar. There's a reason that 50-year-old lady is a cougar. Don't go for her. These dweebs have morning jobs. I have my job at 5. These dweebs have jobs. My favorite fraternity that would feed me scraps had some regular 30/50s. Were you homeless? What do you mean fed scraps? Were you saving money on groceries? Placing a pre-order on Bell right now. I think you're a little late for a pre-order. I've already I've already been on sale. On sale is kind of the wrong word. It's not like... I don't know. At this point, I'm like moldy olives in the fridge. Do olives get moldy? I'm like moldy leftovers in the fridge. And that's partially just because I don't do much. They called me Sasquatch because I'd walk out of the woods after meal times and stand at their window for food. You know, I didn't like having to ask my parents for lunch money, so instead of eating lunch that I probably wouldn't have liked, I would just let, like, people feed me their fruit snacks that they didn't like. I had a girl in high school where she wouldn't eat the cheese from her Lunchables or whatever. Lunchables pizzas and whatnot, so she would let me just eat the cheese for lunch. And she'd eat everything else. Like a dog at the table. It wasn't even good cheese, honestly. It tasted so bad. She got like the discount Lunchables for $1. The cheese tasted like pesticide, but I was happy to be fed by a girl. I was happy to... Oog. I'm too much of a loser. We stopped hanging out after her second boyfriend, because at that point I guess I started realizing like, oh, we are too different. It's getting really unrelatable in here. In the first place, she was a hard worker trying to get a scholarship and an internship and all these crazy things. And I was just kind of amazed by it. You may fascinate a girl by giving her a piece of cheese. I'm not even impressed by, you know, if you buy cheese for me. If you feed me your cheese scraps, you know, that's special. We've got something happening here. If a girl used to give me her pizza crust, does that mean she was flirting with me at school? Well, that girl wasn't flirting with me, so... Flowers made it sound like a socially anxious tea kettle, so I have to go back. Cute. Oog, girls. Oog. But you know, this was pretty early on high school before I started skipping everything and not talking to anyone. I had a boy I liked and he would always leave behind some milk, so when he wasn't looking I'd drink the rest of the milk carton. I think that's the inverse of like giving someone a pizza crust to flirt. I have to follow to make up for trouble. Don't worry about it, I'm not on that grind. I didn't even like milk. I didn't even like milk. I'm just such a creep. Sometimes I'd steal. Sometimes I'd steal parts of people's lunch from their bags when they weren't looking. Like, nothing major. But if I could tell that they had something in their bag, I'd probably steal it while they weren't looking and eat it later. He could have had AIDS. I don't think. Well, maybe he could have, I guess. I feel like the odds of, like, what, a 9th grader having AIDS? At that point, invest in the lottery, you know? Were you stealing to survive? I guess it wasn't like there wasn't food at home. It was just I was so weird about eating, you know? Not as low as you would think. I feel like it's more girls that get that short end of the stick, right? Because, you know, girls get creeped on by older men and get teen pregnancies and whatnot. Or is that stupid? Boys get into drugs. I guess you could get AIDS from that. But I feel like you aren't on hard drugs like heroin by that point yet. One time I left a goldfish carton full of urine in their living room. I won't report who or what urine was in that carton. Sure enough, that story felt like seeing Sasquatch. I don't know how to feel about it. Nothing wrong with teen pregnancy, nothing right about it either. It's just an unfortunate situation. I don't know. Teen pregnancy was down a good amount since like the 90s or whatever though, so it's all good. You can see online a good amount of people have stories to tell about teen mothers or whatnot, but I only ever saw one pregnant girl in my high school, ever. I once accidentally drank my brother's pee. He pissed into a McDonald's cup and I was reaching for my McDonald's cup and couldn't tell the difference at first. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, huh. Huh, 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 huh. I think all pregnancy is down. Well, yeah, but I wasn't. It's been a good amount of time since high school for me. I get real scared about it, honestly, because I'll read through a manga or something and then read through the commentary on it that people have to say. And people will be like, oh, it's so unrealistic for a teenager to act like that. Oh, it's realistic for a teenager to act like that. And I just think, like, what do teenagers act like again? Is it unrealistic? It's a good thing I'm not a mangaka. I didn't know you could get pregnant as a kid. I used to think it could only happen when you became an adult. That's pretty normal, you know, that's something your parents will tell you or whatever. You know, you can only get pregnant if you're an adult, and then you interpret that into, like, oh, I understand. That means that I can do whatever I want in the meantime. Are you planning on having children, Belle? I guess the same way I plan on getting married. Maybe that's something that would be fun eventually. I don't really see it happening. Not really. Oh. When I think of that stuff, what type of mom would you be? Hopefully not a bad one, I guess. I'm not sure I could be a good one, though. The best time to get married is right now, really? Really? I guess I'd be saving money on rent. Maybe. Maybe taxes would be a little cheaper. But you know, nobody wants to have children with a scumbag or anything, so I guess that would be the thing. I don't know, maybe there are people who want to have children with a scumbag. It's not like there haven't been stories and movies and manga like that. I do, and is that because I'm a scumbag? I am a scumbag. Oog. Okay, how about all of you work jobs and give the money to me, and then I spend all day at the casino? How does that sound? Children with a scumbag. Have you seen the coffin of Andy and Lele? I don't remember the dad in that one. Was the dad a scumbag? I feel like it was more a really messed up situation in every other way. What are you playing at the casino deal? Will you split the profits with a civilian only if you win? Do we also get daily streams? You get daily rolls. Is the casino horse gambling? Does that count as a casino? I'm sorry about the person I am and whatnot. Like that I'm kind of no good and I don't stream much and I'm a little depressing. A little bit. Maybe more than that. You guys are good. For bothering to wait, that is. Go watch any other streamer. You probably already are. You know, do that. Well, you're enough, don't be sad. It's not that I'm sad. I just... It's gotta suck, you know? I'm sure it's gotta suck. And I've had to see that sort of mourning from chum buds and whatnot for the past 5 years before Gooder graduated. You know? Speaking of chum buds, how's Chubby doing? I said it earlier, like an hour ago or something. Chubby died. He died about a day after I posted a picture of him. I'm lonely, but you know, I'm not up in tears about it. I was really wondering what I would do when he died, but you know, I feel okay. Don't know what I'll do from now on though. You know, I check on him a few times every day and, you know, whenever I was bored. And I'd give him a treat every night.
before, you know, sending him off for the night. And now at night, I keep thinking like, oh, I better check on him, and then I go in and, you know, it's an empty room. How long do chinchillas usually live? A healthy chinchilla will live 15 to 20 years. He had a kind of unhealthy first several years of his life because he wasn't initially my chinchilla. So I'd say he lived a decently long time for that. I don't know his age, but I would say maybe 14 or so. How long did Kit Kat live? In my care, about a year or two. I don't remember how old she was when I got her. I want to say something crazy like 16. And I was shocked, but she really did look mangy. Do you need another chilla to fill the void? No, I think I'm done with chinchillas. I don't think I want another decade-long commitment. I'm tired. And, you know, time for a cat. I already have 2 cats. I have 2 cats and a dog as well. It's my responsibility to care for him during the day while my dad's away. More? You want me to become a crazy old cat lady? Oh god. This your long-term scheme to keep me single? Time to order a mail-order bride. Yes! A woman who can't understand me. Won't be disgusted by the things I say. Just by everything else about me. Now would be a good time for sleep if you want to improve your sleep schedule. Maybe I have tired myself out, you know. I streamed for a lot longer than I thought I would. I thought I might give out after an hour or whatever. But I didn't. Yippee. And now I've ruined it because I've mentioned how long I've streamed. So let's... You be the Cain to my Abel, or whatever. You know, come on, get the rock. I think Cain was the one that used the rock, I guess. I don't know. When was the last time I read the Bible? I was like that too, and my cat died some months ago. It's a lot of work keeping a pet. Then my brother decided to bring home a wild stray, and it's an orange cat. I feel like the orange cat thing is confirmation bias, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. Cain was the rocker, Cain is the first murderer, yes, Cain and Lynch. You be Dr. Cain and I be Mr. Hyde or whatever. Bash my head in with a rock. Farewell. Goodbye. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna end the stream. Goodbye.